Well, hello there. Welcome to eventually, I've got round to doing some videos. This is something, hopefully the first of many more now that I can start to work them in with my schedule. And I hope you're well. This one, it's all about our template library. So the videos that I'm going to be doing are just going to be ranging across the board of so many different things, different collections, different products, different techniques, all of course under the product umbrella of Crafter's Companion. So with that one, this one being the very first one where it is focusing on the template library, what we're going to do, you would think that I would start with the original template library, but I'm not. I'm actually going to be starting with Indigo, hence why I've kind of gone for as close to the indigo colour as I could when it comes to the actual books and the folders. So we're not going to dilly-dally, you know, with this being a video. It just means that I can dive straight in to the actual demonstration itself. Hopefully you enjoy this video. What I will do is when it comes to these videos, I don't edit them afterwards. So what I record is what goes straight out. Do you know what? So many of you, depending on what it is, in the past when I have done videos and I've just put the whole video out, now that could be literally drawn and cutting around everything from scratch, colouring an image from scratch, and you always come back afterwards and says, I love how you see the whole lot and that you don't skip anything. So therefore these videos, as soon as I've done them, I'll probably clip the start and then the end, tighten it together, but I won't take anything in between. So if I muck up, any mistakes, anything like that, you're just going to see the video as it is. That's how you like them. That's how I like doing them. It means I can put the videos out a lot quicker after I've done them. So that is the plan. So that being the plan, let's dive in and have a look. As I did say, we are going to be having a look at Indigo. Two things in actual fact. Let me just go back there. If I do ever pause, it's because I'm taking a drink, and that's what I'm going to do it in a minute. And then also when I'm doing these videos in the comfort of my own home, when I'm nice and then I'm relaxed, I do have the music on just to the side, very, very low. So if you do hear something in the background, that's what it is. And today's tunes are 90s hits, so you don't have to worry about any explicits or anything like that coming through, or what kind of music it is. It's 90s hits that we're going for. I'm kind of in a theme at the moment in 90s hits. Earlier on, I was 80s hits, now I'm 90s, you know, might be the noughties next, who knows. But anyway, this one here is all about the template library. It is all about Indigo. I am doing this bang centre in the middle of the day, so I'm hoping the light is going to be okay. There's not going to be much reflection, but we are going to start going right now. That was a big drink, by the way. Right, with this one, what I'm going to do, so let's go in with our template library, our Indigo, and we're going to go in with number 11, which is your stand up mirror fold card. So I'm going to go and zoom in that a little bit more so that we can just see down here. So stand up mirror fold card. Now number 11, so I can go straight to number 11 when it comes to our template library. We open it up and then there is our stand up mirror fold card. So with this one, it's quite a fun one. And actually you can fold it in on itself or back on itself, so it's entirely up to you. You've got a couple of ways. But then what we can do is let's go into our actual templates themselves, and then we're going to be looking at number 11. So we're at 5, we're at 8, there's 12. So let's go back at 1, and then there we are, we're at number 11. So let's take that one out, and then we can then move that to the side. I am, for this one, I'm going to put this out the way because I am quite familiar how to make it, so I don't actually need the recipe card, but then you know that you've got it there. And then because I don't need it just now, I can just put it back in my template library box. Easy as that. But I have got my white multi-purpose cardstock. This is what I tend to use most of the time when it comes to the template library, and that is my multi-purpose. But the stand-up mirror, it's going to fit on the A4 size. It's going to stand on your fit on your letterpress size if you want. It's up to yourself. But what I'm doing is I'm just going to then hold it down. You can tape it down. You can spray it with your repositionable sprays, but I just like to hold it down. And then I'm going to go in with my pencil, and then let's just draw all the way around when it comes to the template. So I'm going all round 4 sides with the little pencil. I would recommend a pencil. You can draw around with whatever pen medium you want. It's absolutely up to yourself, but with your pencil it is better because you can rub it out. And then where we've got our folds, we're just going to go in and then score down. So there is mountain and valley fold. We've then got mountain and valley fold, and then we've then got mountain fold all the way throughout here. Then here we've got valley fold and valley fold down into here. Here we've got valley, 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 and then down here we've got mountain, 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 and then mountain all the way down. So then that gives us our main outline that we can see here. So I'm going to go in with my guillotine and I'm going to cut this one out. So I'm going to cut and I'm going to come close up, and then once I'm as close as I think it can be, I just neaten that up, running my guillotine along that edge, making sure that first one is straight, because then it means the rest of them should flow in line. So I can then turn that one around and then cut the next one. Just budge it along ever so slightly. So I cut it until you can no longer see your pencil line. So let's go in and then line that one up here. So then that is our cutting done. That's all you need to do when it comes to the cutting. What we then need to do is come in and do our score lines. So we're going to go in here. Now what I'm going to do is, if I can find my eraser, I'm going to take some of that out. I've gone, for my liking anyway, I've gone a little bit too heavy-handed. So what I'm going to do just now is I'm just going to rub some of that out. So I've got most of the line away, but I can still see lightly that pencil line. And the reason that I'm doing this is if I leave it at quite a harsh pencil line, what could happen when I come along and score, it can actually make it a little bit harder for you to rub out the lines, because essentially you've embossed them into your cardstock. Sometimes it can be harder to get the rubber into place. So taking away most of that, now I'm not sure if you can quite, you can kind of just see the pencil lines just to know more. So what I'm then going to do is let's go in with my scoring tool. So I'm just going to then follow the lines. So I'm just going to find my central one. Many of you will know by now that I don't have a black line down the centre of mine like we do in studio. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm lined up. So score lightly and then a few times, and then I'm just going to work my way down the next one. So just finding that centre point. I've done a video in the past where I've shown how you don't even necessarily have to use a scoreboard and a scoring tool. So we've now got these ones good to go. So there is that centre point of my triangle. So I'm just going to then extend that down, and then I'm just going to twist that round and then extend that down, and then I'm going to do the same with this one. So let me just find that centre point again. So I'm just finding that centre point, putting my scoring tool, and then what I'm just doing is I'm just lining that up with the line that I have already followed, twisting that round. So me putting that bit of pressure in the centre there is holding my card in place and allowing me to twist. So then we've got our 4 sections and then our 4 triangles. So let me come along once again, and then if there was any little bits of pencil line remaining, I'm just going to go in and take that out. So there's very, very little because I rubbed out most of them. Let's just take any more that we can see. So let's take that out, and then I think I need to invest in a new eraser. So there we go. So that's all of that. So now what I've got is my embossed lines. So I can just see them there being cut in the light. Well, if we refer back to the actual template itself, it tells you which ones are mountains and which ones are valleys. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fold that one over. I tend to fold them first and then I'll come along and then burnish them. So we've got that one here. So now what we've done, so we've got our mountain, we've got valley, and then we've got mountain. And then what we need to do with these ones is actually twist them in the opposite direction. So this one, we're just going to bend back, and then that's going to fold in on itself. And then turn it around, and then that one is going to go back, and then that's going to then twist in on itself, like so. So what I like to do again is then I'll just go in and give it a burnish. Where is my other burnishing tool? Here's my bit. I see it. Excuse me for leaning over. There we go. So going in and then burnishing each of these ones here. And then we're going to do the same here. So we can then burnish. And then we can then burnish. And then we can do the same with these ones. So mountain, mountain. And then that one is valley. So that one there, and then that one is then going to come in on itself. So that one's that way, and then that one is coming out. There, so let's just get that one. There we go. There we go. There's that one, and then there we go. There is the flow here. So let's just bend that one back and burnish. Let's just go back in, just give that another burnish. Better being safe than sorry. Burnish, 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 and then we're just going to go, can't remember to burnish that one, but let's do it anyway. Let's do that one, and then there we go. We've then got, we can see here, our stand-up mirror fold card. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some pattern paper. So I'm going to come in with the actual Floribunda paper pad, and we're going to go in with our matten layers. So I'm going to go in with each of these matten layers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So what I'm going to do within this one is I'm going to go, I can't remember if I've got all of them fitted on here or not, but hey, well, let's go for it and let's see how we go. So with the mats and layers, I'm going to go right to the top. Yeah, I'm going to use the pattern side. Now you can put the edge of the layers or the edge of the template right up to the cardstock. I prefer to just come in a couple of millimeters so I can still draw around the whole matten layer or the whole template, he says, as he has just moved that. So let's go in. What did I do with my eraser? FYI, I should point out as well, I've got the window open because it's rather mild today. So the window's open, so if you hear the lorries going past, dustman going past, that's why. Right, let's just turn this one around to start again from this side. So I'm going to hold that in, and then I'm just going to draw around. So I'm drawing around the mats and layers this time. So let's draw around each of these ones all the way. Let's finish that one off, that one off. Now these pencil lines will be a lot harder for you to see on screen with having the pattern paper. So then I'm going to then budge that one along just long enough, just before we get to that pencil line that I've already done for that first matten layer. This one, let's work our way around, and then we can go up to here. So we're done there, and then what I'm going to do is let's come in a little bit closer for that layer, and then we can draw around. So each of these ones. The other thing as well, these kind of mechanic pencils I find are great for the library, template library, because you can extend, of course, that lead, which I'm going to do right now. I just don't need it quite far out. There we go, there's that one. And then I should be able, nope, I'm going to be a little bit shy on that one. Not to worry, we will get another piece in a minute. So let's go in with, I'm going to use my scissors just to trim in between. Now I've still got the triangles to do, and that's right, they'll fit in there. Well, two will fit anyway, so we can do them. So let's go along the top. And with the mats and layers, although you're not going to see the pencil line, in case you did, or seen the pen line, we're going to etch these anyway with a little bit of Noir Black water reactive. So don't worry about it too much. So these are those two. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my scissors for these ones. And then I'm just following the line all the way down. Or alternatively, what you could do is cut close up to the edge, just like I done with the actual template that I drew around. You could then trim right up to the edge, and just before you're a few millimeters away, then come along and then cut. So there's that one. I'm just about meeting on the edge there with the triangle in this layer. If you do trim away the excess, then it's easy to line up with your guillotine to then cut. So up to here, work your way up, and then trim away there. Then let's take our next one, trim away that excess, following the lines, trim that off, work your way around. The good thing with the templates as well, because of the colour, okay, they're not see-through, however, it's quite easy to actually position over a specific part of a specific part of, did I cut that right? Ah, yeah, that was my pencil from earlier on, isn't it? You can then pick out a specific part of the pattern paper to place over, and then you can come along, of course, and then draw around. So you get that exact bit that you're wanting. Let's see, is that layer going to fit? Oh, it will, look at that. Yes, it will. There we go. So let's pop that to the side. Let's just move that over a little bit. So let's draw. I did think when I got this layer of pattern paper out, I did think that I kind of, not measured it, but guessed it right, that I would get all of these bits done on this sheet. And that's why I just looked at the wrong bit. Right, so there's that one, and then there's my two triangles. So let's take this bit of scrap down here. So let's do that triangle here. So maximising every bit of the paper, so we've got very little waste left. So there's that one, and then let's just go in with that one, draw around onto these ones. So that's that, so that's all waste there. So let's take this last panel and let's cut around that last one. Quite like this stand-up mirror, it's quite effective. And then if you've got things such as ribbon threading dies, if you've got anything such as little mats and layer dies, image dies, really nice to work with them and team them together. So let's go into that one. So do the 4 triangles. Cut all the way down and trim. The last 2. Let's trim that off. All the way down to there. And then there we go. So I'm going to take that out the way. And now we've got all of my layers. So if I bring these ones back, if I flatten that, so we've got that one, we've got that one, we have got that one, we've got that one, and then we've got our 4 triangles as well. So let's move them up the way. And then what I'm going to do is let's go in with Noir Black, because that's the one that I've just grabbed here. So let's go in with my blending tool. And then I'm just going to go up with my ink, and I'm just going to come to the edge ever so slightly. I'm not going to go completely over into my pattern paper. I just want that nice little blend to darken the edges. I'll tell you what, let's go in at this point, let's go in a little bit closer. So keeping my blending tool flat and just etching it, and then you see the difference. It's nice. Really like that. Actually, it's quite haunting, isn't it? I like that. You might want to go in with a fresh colour in saying that, because it's got a lot of depth of shade to it, a lot of depth of colour. You're still not going to see the freshness of the colour. We're going around with the dark. Works a treat, and then it does that way. It does eliminate any pencil lines that you do see are then disposed of because they're covered in ink. Let's work our way all the way in to there. And finish all the way down along the bottom. And then you could come in with your Stay Sticky glue, etch the edge with that, and then you can then come along and do your flakes around the edge if you want to. Many, many different possibilities. So let's go in into the edges. So there's one. And I'm not, for me, I'm not concerned about matching up the design side by side. You know, if you want to, you can go for that one very, very easily to continue that design on each of the panels, but I'm not bothered. Your eye doesn't always see the matching design in the background, even if it is quite proud. You don't always see it, because you'll maybe see the sentiment or the actual style of the card itself. So there is all of that. Let me just spritz that with water and then give that a clean. Right, so let me just get myself back together again, and we can then go into the next bit where we're just going to assemble. We're just going to add the layers together. So let's go back in with my, just going to give my hand a quick wipe. I want to get black onto my actual template. So let's take my template itself, and then we can start to assemble this one. So let's go back overhead, and then I'm going to use my tacky glue. You can use your tape runner if you want to. Let's go all the way around. And then, I like it that way. So let's go in with that. There, press that in. Then we can go in with our next one, which is going to be that one, and then that one will go there, Do I like it that way, or do I like it that way? Actually, I think I like it that way. So let's go and add our glue around the edge. I'm using Sticks 2's glue. Whether you use theirs or you use Collal Tacky glue, you still don't need a lot at all. And let's scratch the edge with the glue. And I would always recommend the little metal nozzle, because that really does guide you the right amount that you need without overdoing it. So let's have a look. Yep, that's pleasing on the eye, so let's go with that one. So let's add that on to here. And then let's go gosh, what am I doing? It's like a jigsaw, isn't it? There we go. That one, that one, that one, and then that one. That's fine. So let's go in with each of them. Add our glue on. Let's position that one into place. Let's take our next one. Now the bulk of the cards that I make with the Template Library, I do use the multi-purpose cardstock. Ideally, for the base of any of the Template Library projects, I would highly recommend around the 300 GSM mark. You can quite comfortably use 250 GSM onwards, but I would say that perfect weight is going to be 300 GSM. So that opening window, I would say, is between 250 GSM and 350 GSM. If you can get one that's about 300, then you're going to be absolutely spot on. So let's press that one into place, and then we can then start to bring that one back together again. Open and close. So we've got that one, and then what we're going to do is I've got a sentiment that I've already stamped out. Now this sentiment was from the Nitwit collection, Kindly Thoughts. So all I've done with this one was gone into that embellishment part of the template and drawn around it. And when I was referring back earlier on about being able to align the template over specific parts of your pattern paper, that goes for the sentiment itself. So you could stamp the sentiment out on a bigger piece of cardstock and then overlay it, and you can still see through as to the positioning. So it's up to you. You can either draw and cut and then stamp, or you can then stamp, position the template over the top, and then you can draw around that way. So by simply going in, cutting all the way round, and then there you go, you've got your little tab. So you've got your little embellishment sentiment topper. So you can just stamp in it, go around with the black like I've done on that one there. So we've got that one. Now I wonder if I go in, just look, I've got a few here actually. So I was just thinking about butterflies to die cut. Got some here. So I've got these from our actual elements. So I've got that, and I've got that, and then I've got a bow as well. So let's go in and let's do, so if I do 1 butterfly, 2 butterfly, 3 butterfly, and then we can do, actually, yeah, let's do, because our sentiment can go round about here. So let's go in with some foam pads. So let's bring some in. I'll need to chop that. So let's go add that one on, and then that one on. So I'm just going to take that off, and then that off. So this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that central. Actually, I'm going to go central, but up a little bit, because I've got my bow, and then I'm just going to put that underneath. Usually I put my bows to the top, but I'm just going to do that one down into the base there, and then I'm just going to go in with the butterflies, and then let's go at a little bit of a jaunty angle. Press that one in, and then this one we can go facing that way, a bit further down, and then we can then take our last one, and then that one can go down there. And then what I'm going to do, let me go and get a few gems or something. Let's see, will the pinks sit again? Yeah, they will actually. Because I've got the pink bow and we've got some pinks throughout, what I'm going to do is let's go 1, 2, 3. So although these are self-adhesive, I know I've said this till I'm blue in the face, but although these are self-adhesive, I'll still always add tacky glue underneath, because it could be the best sticky adhesive in the world underneath the gems or petals, but there's still a chance over time, when it comes to heat of the room, they're ready to start digging up that road. So let me just shut this window. I kid you not, my the drive out there, they've had the actual road up so many times. They've dug it up, lay it down, dug it up, lay it down, and some digging it up again. It's like, gosh, just get it right the first time. Right, let's go in and add that. And this is the sort of part actually referring to right at the beginning where I said these videos are not going to be edited, because while all that noise is going on and all that I'm doing is sticking gems on, you might find people would edit that section out, but I'm not. It's going to stay in place. Right, 3 there, 3 there. Let's do 3 there and then 3 up there. Down, down and down. There you go. So 1, 2 and then 3. Oh no, that gem didn't go on. I didn't think there was a gem there. That disappeared. There we go. Oh, jump. Got a jumpy gem. Let's add that into here, and then we can come along and then let's do 1, 2, 3. That one can go onto there. That one can go onto there, and then that one can go onto there. And I think, tell you what, let's do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 1, 2, and then 3. That's it. Happy with that. So let's bend these wings up. So let's bend that one there, and then there we go. We've got a stand-up mirror fold card that we can see, so let's just bend that all into place. So that would fit in a 3 by 6 1/4 envelope. You can see, so we've got our stand-up mirror fold card. So it was number 11 from the Template Library. So if you're wanting to then recreate that one, then you can do. Then there you go. We've got your, there you are, our stand-up mirror fold card. In actual fact, I might actually give that to my auntie for her birthday coming up. Unless she sees this, then she'll know what's coming. There we go. Stand up fold mirror cardstock. Really, really fun. White multi-purpose cardstock. The actual pattern paper was Floribunda. The sentiment was from the Knitwit Kindly Thoughts. And then I added some of my Noir Black Water Reactive ink, butterflies from the Elements, and then some of my gold gems. Pink gems. They were pink gems. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. If you do recreate it, if you post your pictures on social media, tag me in it, because I would love to see it. That's for sure. Rightio. Till the next video. We'll see you soon. Bye.